The first official match signed for Final Battle. Michael Elgin wants Roderick Strong, and Jim Cornette has found a matchmaker. That's tonight inside Ring of Honor. Last week we brought you part one of our exclusive interview with the iconic superstar Matt Hardy. And when we asked Matt some questions about current Ring of Honor stars, some people said that his comments were a little insincere. But Matt Hardy saved some of his most direct criticisms for the young world television champion Adam Cole, as you're about to hear. Let's go to part two of this exclusive interview.
The individual I was here to see more than anyone else was Adam Cole. Someone I've heard about from all the wrestling fans, that he had a star-making performance a few months ago against his former tag team partner, O'Reilly. He suffered a scar on his face, his first real scar in the business, inside his mouth. He was just bleeding out of his mouth, and he finished the match, and everyone applauded him for it. And he became the hero of Ring of Honor. He stood for Ring of Honor. After 7 surgeries, get back with me and talk about injuries and star-making performances and working through injuries. My whole abdominal wall tore, and my intestines actually came out, and I finished the match. But that wasn't a star-making performance for me. That was just another day at the job for Matt Hardy. Adam Cole, once again, a big round of applause. Kudos to you. You're 22 years old, and you've captured your first major title, the Ring of Honor television title. Well, by the time I was 22 years old, I was already wrestling on national TV. I was a globally known name. The word Hardy was known across this planet. And also, when I was 17, 18, I was running my own promotion. I was already making waves. You've done good. You're a little later than I am, but I do see comparisons. And I think one day you can ultimately almost catch up to the name Hardy. We actually tailored a generation. We changed this business. And only one person every generation can do that. And I know you have a lot of pressure. You just keep doing what you're doing, and you be good, you be great. Iconic, I don't know. Don't hold your breath. Regardless of how big your spotlight is and how bright it shines on you in that ring, know in your heart that every time it's shining on you, you are still underneath and being cast over by the shadow of Matt Hardy.
Hardy's statements got under the skin of the TV champ as much as they did in the ring in Chicago. And Adam Cole went to Ring of Honor officials with an ultimatum: get me Matt Hardy. And that's exactly what they did. We have learned that Jim Cornette's last official act as matchmaker was to sign Hardy to appear at Final Battle. So the first official match signed for Final Battle 2012, Sunday afternoon, December 16th, at the Manhattan Center's Hammerstein Ballroom will be Adam Cole, one-on-one with Matt Hardy in a battle for personal respect. Can the 22-year-old ROH phenom outsmart and outlast the wily veteran? We will see in New York City.
Matt Hardy, the irony of you saying that I wasn't as good as you at my age, the irony of you saying that I'm not as good as you now, and that I'm not going to amount to what you've ever amounted to in pro wrestling, is that for years you were told the exact same thing. Matt Hardy, the similarities between us, they're very apparent, and one of those similarities that I really agree with is the fact that when we're told no, we're told that we can't, we prove people wrong. I went to Ring of Honor officials and challenged you at Final Battle, and I got my wish. Matt, I'm going to prove to you that I am not a second-rate Matt Hardy, and I can promise you I'm going to do that in New York City.
Meanwhile, we're still trying to learn more about the contents of the gift that was delivered to Kevin Steen recently in Toronto. Was it the generic luchador himself? We've heard rumors that he was in contact with Jim Cornette before Cornette's injury. Or was it someone trying to get inside Steen's head, which, judging from the champion's reaction, was successful? We have been promised news on this situation by next week. Another man making demands is unbreakable Michael Elgin.
Roddy, you stuck that nose in my business one too many times. Truth, I don't trust you to get me a match with them, so ROH officials, I'm going to you. You better get this done, or the blood on my hands is your fault outside of the ring. Roderick, you're a dead man.
So with Final Battle fast approaching, you have to wonder what could happen with Michael Elgin. Other matches need to be made. Jim Cornette, injured and unable to travel, revealed that he would be appointing a troubleshooting matchmaker. In a phone call earlier today, he revealed when that would happen.
Well, I can now tell everybody that the new troubleshooting matchmaker has been chosen, but I can't make the announcement who it is yet because one problem is the new matchmaker doesn't know that he's the new matchmaker yet. And I can't tell you that this was my idea. I basically got an ultimatum from some very persuasive people, but I don't disagree with the choice. It's going to make things very interesting around here. So the next time that we can get all the people involved together in the same place, same time, is next week on television. So next week we're going to announce who the new matchmaker is, and he will be in charge immediately.
So next week, we will learn the identity of the new matchmaker, who has a lot of work to do to get ready for the biggest event of the year, Final Battle 2012. Sunday afternoon, December 16th at 2 p.m. Eastern, live from the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York. Stars of ROH's past, present, and future will compete. Tickets are on sale now, but if you can't be there in person, you can see it live as it happens anywhere with internet access. Just go to ROHWrestling.com for all the details. Next week, we'll have more news on Final Battle, plus Jim Cornette's announcement of a new matchmaker. We'll have it all right here inside Ring of Honor.
Now you can own the summer's biggest event on DVD, Best in the World Hostage Crisis from New York's Manhattan Center. See the rematch between Davey Richards and Kevin Steen for the world title with Anything Goes rules. Plus Adam Cole's Bloody War with Kyle O'Reilly. Uncensored. Eddie Edwards versus Homicide. Strong versus Lethal versus Chiappa for the TV title and more. You can see all the uncensored action and more. Order your copy of Hostage Crisis now at ROHWrestling.com.
Ring of Honor is the best live pro wrestling on the planet, and we're going to prove it in 2013. Join us in Baltimore, Maryland, the Duburn's Arena, Saturday, January 5th at 7 p.m. for our first national television taping of the year. Dearborn, Michigan, the Ford Community Center, Friday, January 18th at 7:30. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Turner Hall Ballroom, Saturday, January 19th at 7:30. Tickets are on sale now. For tickets and info, log on to ROHWrestling.com. Ring of Honor, this is wrestling.